every time a steady roll. Don't let me go.
Was my Deadmau5 collab? Well, it was very exciting to get the news that the vocals were going to be used on the lead single, Let Go. Deadmau5 released an album, it was like a double album called While 1, 2 or something. And one of the tracks was Silent Picture, and Silent Picture was just acoustic guitars and a synth. And it was just so beautiful though, and it was laid out just like a song, like how I would lay out a song. So I heard like a top line over it. I just needed to sing over it. I really don't have any control when it comes to that type of thing. I mean, like, it was pretty much a B-side off of his record, and I was just like loving it. So I wrote, and then I recorded it, and I kind of like added some drums and did some bullshit, and then like 7 months later, I put it out as like a vocal bootleg or a vocal edit or whatever, and then 7 months later he tweeted at me and followed me. It was sick. And then direct message and like, let's get the song done. Can we finish it? And you know, normally he's like such a dick online to everybody, and he was so nice to me. I got to experience it live a few weeks ago and see the Cube 2.1 and all of its glory, and so it was kind of cool.
There's something flying in the air. I just don't know what it could be.
No, I've just been, I literally, like, I think I sang like the Bills theme song or whatever before I even spoke any words. I was just singing constantly. It was always like, the music's always been in me, always. Like, it pumps through me every day. It's the only thing I think about ever. It's really hard to make it in music. It's really, really, really hard. And it seems easy from the outside, and it's just so hard to get your music heard. So it's discouraging to a lot of people, you know? There's a slim chance that you're gonna be the next big thing.
New pants and new Nikes, a new psyche, new therapist, you like her. I tell her I'm a singer and a songwriter. I could throw an all-nighter, I'm almighty. New pants and new Nikes, a new psyche, new therapist, you like her. I tell her I'm a singer and a songwriter.
Nowadays I've been working mostly out of LA. When I go back to Buffalo, I have a little setup, but I've only been going back to Buffalo not really much. I'll go for like 3 days, 4 days. So most of the work gets done in LA. Most of the work on the album actually was split up because the album is kind of a transitional period in my life. Obviously things change, you know. It's mainly Buffalo to Los Angeles, like friends and family to work, and you know. I would say the influence would be more my family being rooted in Buffalo and them making me feel so open to being able to do this music career and not fall into some other basic job or job that I didn't have passion for. I mean, I've been doing this since I was so young that like they basically encouraged my whole life. I was in 5th grade like singing with an acoustic guitar, and then they had me do like this big like graduation ceremony. I played this like Tim McGraw song or something. I've just been doing it forever, so my parents were always like, just go, 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 go. And then I got out, you know. I've been making music for a long time, and the message of the album is obviously, it's a personal message. It's things change. It's kind of got a double meaning. So things change, to me, it was like, you gotta be okay with things changing in life, because I had something bad happen to me. I lost someone very close to me, and it just like flipped my life upside down. From before that happened to after that happened was when the album was like made. So there's all sorts of like sad points and redeeming points, and like trying to accept the fact that things change and that everything is just, you have to just keep moving forward and living life. But it's also because I've been coming from the EDM world, where I was touring before and like thought I was gonna go down that route, but I stopped making dance music. I stopped making heavier like dance music, and I can't start making it again. Like I just can't. I have to make what I'm making now, which is this kind of like rock alternative electronic with a live band. I just have to do it. I have no choice. Well, I love DJing, and I don't like thinking of it as like, oh, Grabbitz, EDM, like I love DJing. So if you like throw me on the decks, like I still have my USB in there, like, and I'll fucking spin, because I love it. And it's supposed to be a fun party thing. I think like a lot of culture like took it away from being this like intimate like party where everyone's chilling on the same level as the DJ. Like that's my most fun times, playing those parties. And we're gonna be touring probably the end of the summer or the fall, and it's gonna be these guys. I mean, you just met Keaton briefly, Sullivan King, but Zach Murillo is my drummer, and basically we're gonna take it as it comes, and we're hopefully gonna get in a little fucking Sprinter van, and we're gonna hit a lot of cities and play a lot of people the music, because I'm just really confident in the music, and I just want to play it to more people. Like this Billboard thing happening today is just this acoustic bass, acoustic guitar, and bongos, and it's all of the electronic songs, or a few, about 5 of my songs, stripped down into that fashion. So I'm just trying to like show that these are at their core real songs, you know. They're just, it's how I grew up on like real songs. I don't know, everything is a real song, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking anything, it's just what I like.
I'm working on a brand new kind of heart. We'll stay friends and I'll stay tame, and I'll still crush you in this game. Hey,
I choose to play this game. I choose to play this game. I choose to play this game. So don't choose. I choose to play this game.
It's important for everyone to know that they can have complete control over whatever they do, but if you are not conforming, it's going to be harder, it's going to be slower. But that's the road that I'm taking, because I need control over my music, and I need to be able to completely vomit my expression through albums. You know, better technically, I'm becoming better technically in music, I'm becoming more trained, my ears are becoming more trained, and it's evolving. I don't know if I would ever be able to be an artist that's pigeonholed into one repetitive thing. It just can't happen. I'll never be fulfilled. I would say to spend as much time as possible just educating yourself and getting better at actual production skills, and you know, being an all-around musician. If you don't want to produce and you just want to get really good at the guitar, if you get really, really good at something, anyone that hears it will recognize that it is good. And the more good quality audio that you are producing and showing to your friend, your family, your whatever, SoundCloud, Twitter followers, Facebook followers, something will happen if you are making quality stuff. Something will happen. One dot will lead to another dot, will lead to another dot, and it is sometimes very slow, but that's why consistency and like just hammering people with good music is important. Even if you're just developing, I used to release stuff that I think is shit now. It's just the truth.
don't let me go.
There's only a few artists out there that I have like really listened to their entire discography, from the first album to the most recent, if there is a most recent, whenever they stop. One of them's Eminem. He just never stopped. He never stopped, and his whole life went from up here to down here, and then back up, and then down, and we have a record for every fucking period of time in there. And that's just like, if you're an M fan like I am, when I see M talk in an interview, I'm like, what's he saying? Because I need to know every word that's coming out of his mouth, because I know every record and I know every this and that, and I want to know the real reason behind all this shit, and I want to know who got shot, and I want to know who he got rapped about, who he was rapping about that got killed or something. So I guess that would be one of them. There's plenty of others. Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails, just Trent Reznor, he's just an anomaly. He scores films. Like, I would love to score films someday, and he's reached that level where he toured, and then now can settle down in a nice home and a nice studio and still work like on something he's passionate about. Which, yeah. Honestly, the album coming out on the 19th is gonna be a huge deal for me, because I've been sitting on this music for so long, to the point where like it's really, I'm coming on like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of time listening to these songs, so I'm just really excited to get them out, and I can't wait to hit the road. I want to play shows for people, and that's gonna happen this year for sure with my band. And then we'll DJ the after party, and it'll be dope. And then everyone, no, like honestly, because there's gonna be a ton of people, and I don't care, but there's gonna be a ton of people who are gonna expect a rave. And when they get there and experience something different, there's going to be some people who want their classic experience, and then they'll just get it after. It's gonna be sick. Things Change is coming out, and things change all the time. And sometimes you gotta go experience something new and see somebody live and give it a chance. And come see me live, because I'll rock your fucking world. I'm Grabbitz, and this is Noiseporn Unzipped.